if you still believe that increase in climate change impacts in Kenya are due to general ignorance by communities as opposed to poor plans and policies implemented by the government, you quite simply don't get the bigger picture. So please, let me be the luminary in your land of darkness and shed some light upon you. Okay, Rosi Bani Misera, Moi Forces Academy. Now, going back towards their first speaker says, these people don't follow because they don't know. Now, my question to you is, whose job is it to educate them? Isn't it the government's job? Poor policy, poor plan, poor implementation. You prove my point. Thank you. Now, on to my first point, and what my very first speaker said. A policy may appear very brilliant at first sight, but what makes a policy is its successful, sufficient, and efficient implementation, integration, and execution. But that's something that our government clearly lacks. Let me give you some example of these poor policies. Now, let me take you back to the Moi era. Cut one tree, plant two. Seems pretty basic. Seems pretty good, at first sight. But then, ever since that time, up to 2013, our forest cover has dropped from 12% to 6.99%. Now, poor policy, poor plan, poor implementation. Another one. The NTSA banned the use of unroadworthy vehicles within the country roads and as well put in some policies to limit the use of private cars. They promoted, let's use these matatus, let's use these public service vehicles. But yet, these very same public service vehicles are the one emitting more carbon dioxide, more sulfur dioxide, more nitrogen oxide, and these other very harmful chemical gases that end up damaging the ozone layer at the end of it all. Poor policy, poor plan, poor implementation. Some of the buses that you used here are deemed unroadworthy vehicles as they emit a lot of greenhouse gases. It's the hard truth. Poor policy, poor plan, poor implementation. Now, let me take you to another thing. The Swiss government gave Kenya 5 billion shillings to plant 3 million trees over the course of 2019 and 2023. Keep in mind, this is not a loan, this is not a grant, this is a work of charity. So you can't complain that you don't have the funds, but what happened? 2019 up to date. No clear record has shown whatsoever what the government is doing to actually put these things and put this policy in place. Poor policy, poor plan, poor implementation. During this time, we have lost 48,000 hectares of forest cover. Poor policy, poor plan, poor implementation, poor points by my opponents. Let's wake up.